This is a 5-minute video on locking loans in the Lender-Price website. When you're locking a loan in the Lender-Price website, the loan needs to be already set up in the Encompass pipeline. You're going to access from the internet browser, and it's the ppe.ext website that you will have received when you first get your login credentials from the secondary marketing department. If you lose your credentials or if you never received them, reach out to Julie M. at lhmfinancial.com or the lock desk at lhmfinancial.com for credentials. So we're going to take a look at locking this loan. You're going to enter your login information and log in. The landing page will present you with your Encompass pipeline. So it goes to follow that you can only price and rate lock loans on this website if your loan is already set up in Encompass. You'll see here across the top of the screen that we've got a few icons. We landed on the pipeline. This is all of the loans that are set up in the Encompass pipeline for this user. There is a quick pricer functionality that is covered in another webinar that does not need an Encompass loan to price, but we're going to be dealing with pipeline loans today in Encompass. So the first thing that you would do is identify your loan. You can search for it by entering a loan number or a borrower last name, but when you get your results, you're going to click on your loan and it will open up the loan in Lender-Price. So if you are pricing and rate locking and someone is in the file in Encompass, if it's you or if it's your processor, the information will pull from Encompass, but you won't actually be able to write to the Encompass file and complete a lock request until the file is unoccupied. So the only way to modify the file with respect to loading pricing or loading rate lock and having the lock desk confirm a rate lock is if the file is unoccupied. When you click on your loan, it will take you to a page that will show you a general overview of your transaction. If you've got borrowers that have multiple loans in the pipeline with you, it's a good idea just to check to make sure that this is the right loan. We have here a condominium for primary residence, rate and term refinance. This is the note rate that is in Encompass right now. This loan is currently unlocked, but it's set up as an FHA. And there's some borrower details. There's some information about housing expenses, but you really can't enter. This is all read only just to help you ensure that you have the right loan. So a couple of things you can do at this point. You can either click on the pricing icon or you can click on the lock icon. If we click on the pricing icon, it will take us to a screen that will invite us to enter information. Now, you'll notice that the left side of this page is the search criteria that you're going to enter or modify. A few of these items are coming over immediately from Encompass and cannot be modified because they're already set up in Encompass, but some of these items can be modified. So on the left-hand side, we're just going to start from the very top. We have our pricing scenario for a zip code in Mesa. This is in Arizona, but just so that the pricing engine can look at eligibility for specific programs that may, for instance, require 80% of area median income on an affordable housing type of product, so on and so forth. In this loan, because it's pretty much been started, we haven't really pulled credit in Encompass. Lender-Price is allowing us to change the FICO score. So let's go ahead and bump that score a little. This is just a demo anyway. You'll notice as we're making changes on the left-hand side that the pricing eligibility will continue to update as we're going through these fields. We have an appraisal value of $312,000 and LTV of $80,000. I'm going to bump that a little bit. And then if we had any subordinate financing, a second lien that was closing simultaneously or a piggyback to our FHA first, we would enter it here. We would identify it as a purchase, cash out, streamline, refinance, so on and so forth. We can look for fixed rate or adjustable rate mortgages here. We can identify this as an FHA, or we could change the loan product altogether to turn it into a conventional or a USDA or VA loan. You pretty much want to say that the upfront mortgage insurance is not financed. I think this will default to no, but I would leave this alone for now. You're going to set up your upfront mortgage insurance on your files in Encompass, and that is going to be the accurate and compliant way to set your file up when you're selecting your loan program template in Encompass. But you can see here, one of the cool things about this product is that we actually have some second lien product. We're not going to use that in this demo, but we have the ability to price the U.S. Bank piggyback liens, were this to be a second lien. You're going to identify your lock period. This is pretty cool. You'll have the ability to lock, 15 days or price for 15 days if your loan's approved in underwriting, 45, 60, 70, or longer if you're looking for an extended rate lock. So extended rate locks are eligible on new construction if you're working with a builder that's going to be important to you. And we do have another webinar and a PowerPoint presentation on extended rate locks. If you'd like more information about that, simply email the lock desk. I do send that extended rate lock information out with daily rate sheets as well. So happy to help you get updated on that. We're going to skip over this PMI section because this loan is a government loan, but you could see if it was and if it had mortgage insurance, we would be able to price the loans with MI. All government loans do require mortgage insurance, so the default on FHA is always going to be checked MI. You can identify here whether you are doing a manual underwrite, running a loan LP, if it's GUS, were it to be a USDA loan, LP or DU. And then the property details are pulling directly from Encompass. This happens to be a low-rise condo on a primary residence, but if the occupancy was different, you would be changing it here. You change the number of units, so on and so forth. This is also where you could enter your property address and it would update Encompass. So at the very bottom here, we have monthly income and the debts that are being used to count against the DTI. There's an option here for more information. Now, you're definitely going to want to use this if you're looking for some more unique products. And when I open this up, you'll understand why. If you have a borrower that is a first-time home buyer and that is required for a home ready or a home possible, you'll need to select it to see the home ready options show up in the search results. If you are running a non-conforming loan and you're looking for bank statements or a debt service coverage ratio program for an investor property, you would use that here. Also, there's specific check boxes that you're going to want to check for home possible, home ready, home one, because those are our special products. And they are filtered out initially in an effort to give you really the best pricing at the best pricing with the least amount of results, really to fine tune those. But I am just going to clear these out for right now. We have search results coming up here. And what I want to show you is that we have 153 eligible options for our scenario, our borrower here, and 200 options for ineligible borrowers. If you were to click on the ineligible ones and look at the reasons why, you would see that maybe they don't meet the FICO requirements, maybe a program that isn't eligible for this type of financing, so on and so forth. But for the most part, we do have a variety of options in our search results and investors for each. And we can see that our first group of search results here that is a par price is our Flagstar FHA at a note rate of 5 1/8. So if we wanted to look at how Flagstar got to that, we could click on the adjustments tab and we could see all of the loan level pricing adjusters. You can see across the top here that we've got the price, the borrower's P&I payment, debt to income ratio that's coming across from Encompass, the compensation plan that this loan is being priced under, the investor, and as a matter of fact, if let's say we wanted to limit our search results just to Flagstar and PennyMac, we could do that here. Now we only have 2 investors showing. And then, we can see the date and time of the rate sheet stamp, and there you have it. So there's our search results. So in order to lock this loan, we're going to go up here at the top and click on the rate lock icon. And the lock icon will invite you to price this loan one more time. It will take you back to that pricing screen, but you're going to notice there's another column which will allow you to rate lock your loan. And again, I'm going to make the same changes I made before. I want to see Flagstar and PennyMac. And I'm looking for my par price. So I'm going to go ahead and export this pricing to Encompass. That is the first step. There's 2 steps to rate locking a loan. So you're actually exporting the new interest rate and the price into Encompass. And then in order to rate lock this loan, there is one more step. You'll get a pop-up that says your export pricing is successful, but you're not done yet. At this point, you're going to request your rate lock. If there are any comments you want to put in the comments box to the lock desk, especially if you are locking a loan under par and you're charging the borrower discount points and or trying to push through a rate lock with a concession, it is really important that you notify the lock desk, or you'll be getting some emails from them and they really won't know what you're wanting to do. So please lock at All right, so we've requested our rate lock, and you're going to see that all of these buttons are grayed out. That means that the loan request for a rate lock is being sent to Encompass from the API technology lender price. And you, at this point, want to get out of the file. You can either get out of the file by just clicking on Pipeline, going into another loan, or you can shut down this browser immediately. But what you will notice, if you keep refreshing your screen here, is that in just a few minutes, the lock status is going to change to lock request. It might take a few minutes. And if you are looking at your Encompass pipeline at the same time, you'll see that little yellow envelope that shows that the lock request has been requested. So the next step is in the lock desk. The lock desk will review your lock. They will take a look at some compliance items. They're going to compare your pricing, and they will be sending you a lock confirmation. If you do not receive a lock confirmation before the end of the day, it's a good idea to reach out to the lock desk. You generally get it within 20 minutes to an hour or two, unless there's an issue. So hopefully you found this helpful. We've got several more YouTube videos to show you how to use Lender Price. Thank you.